I'm Janelle.
I'm Malik.
Welcome to Coffee Side Chats.
A podcast where we talk about everything and nothing.
You don't need to wear another green t-shirt.
They could at least laminate.
Oh my gosh.
Very interesting.
What are you doing?
Yeah, it's been there.
Okay.
For my life.
Are you recording? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Like paper stuff. I will enjoy my food less at a restaurant if their menu is printed on crappy paper. Literally, it was like, I'm like, they didn't even want to try. Like, why didn't they try? It's just, this is terrible. Like, they could at least laminate it so it didn't get so crinkled and stuff. Yeah, no, it ruins my life. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, if something lasts, you're like, well, it could be better, but why? Which, there's that.
My teacher for one of my classes, he would print out the outlines every day and give them to us, like right before class. And one day he printed them off, and I don't remember what the paper was, but it felt like just like really shiny paper. And I was like,
he used photo paper for you.
Like, it wasn't quite photo paper. Maybe it was, but it was like really low quality photo paper.
It was text paper, but it's basically like low quality photo paper.
Yeah, that's basically what it was. And I was like, you're a grad student. Why are you spending so much money on paper? What are you doing?
He had some of that paper left in the bottom drawer, and he was like, I'm not going to the store. This is going to have to work. Just put it in there.
Oh, man. He was a weird teacher.
Yeah, they get that way sometimes.
What is that light above your table?
It is...
I don't know if I've ever noticed it.
Yeah, it's been there. It is nothing more than like a accent light, but it barely provides any light. Because the bulb is coated.
Right.
So it doesn't really do anything for you.
It does literally, it lights up the inside of the bowl.
Yep, and if you were sitting right under it, you get a pretty good amount of light. If not, you don't get anything. So.
Ooh, that'd be a cool light. And then you turn it on. I was like, no, you would have to have it like right above.
Whatever you're doing, yeah. Hence why I have 2 floor lamps in this room. It's kind of irritating.
I would be irritated.
But I am going to get rid of these floor lamps. So, if you need one, you can take it.
Yeah, because I'm going to take a floor lamp to Oregon.
I don't know what you need in Oregon. You don't know what you need in Oregon yet. So.
I don't know.
I don't know about this indoor grill thing.
Has that always been there?
Uh-huh. But it just blends in because I don't ever use it really. I use it every blue moon to like do a whole chicken or something like that. You throw it in there. But it takes like 8 hours.
How often does a blue moon happen?
Once every 6 months. I don't know.
A blue moon is an additional full moon that appears in a subdivision of a year, either the third or fourth full moon in a season, or a second full moon in a month of the common calendar, according to Wikipedia.
Huh.
The phrase has nothing to do with the actual color of the moon, although a literal blue moon may occur in certain atmospheric conditions, i.e., if volcanic, well, this one says e.g., sorry, e.g., if volcanic eruptions or fires leave particles in the atmosphere of just the right size to potentially scatter red light.
So every few months, technically.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. Actually, it's less than in a blue moon, if I ever counting that, because I don't use it that often.
Maybe a blood moon?
Maybe a blood moon. I don't know.
Blood moon.
Would be kind of terrifying.
Have you never seen a blood moon?
I have.
I'm gonna hop in the shower.
All right.
Oh, there are cookies if anyone wants some.
Yes, there are cookies. Why are you looking super confused or super concerned?
The blood moon prophecy, I feel like this grammar is weird. The blood moon prophecy were a series of apocalyptic beliefs promoted by Christian ministers John Hagee and Mark Biltz, which stated that a tetrad, a series of 4 consecutive lunar eclipses coinciding on Jewish holidays with 6 full moons in between and no intervening partial lunar eclipses, that's a really long parentheses, which began with April 2014 lunar eclipse, is a sign of the beginning of the end times as described in the Bible in the book of Joel, Acts 2:20, and Revelation 6:15. The tetrad ended with the lunar eclipse on September 27th to 28th on 2015. I saw that one. The lunar eclipse on September 27th
Mm-hmm.
in 2015. Me and my roommates ran outside, and we could barely see it because there's a giant tree right over their house, and so we like had to stand in the middle of the road in the middle of the night to see it.
That's weird stuff. That's like when everyone was freaking out about the solar eclipse. Like I went outside to look at it. And I was like, I don't know when I'm ever going to get a chance to see this again outside.
You didn't look right at it, did you?
Not with no eye protection.
I'm making sure.
I'd be all blinded and everything by now.
All blind. So I was in Colorado for that.
Oh, that was?
Oh, it was amazing. So my sister and I went up to Pikes Peak that day, and she didn't know that it was the solar eclipse day. She was completely oblivious.
She was trying to figure out why it was so crazy.
Yes. She was like, why are there so many people up here? I was like, probably to see the eclipse. And she was like, wait, that's today? Because I had asked her at some point if we could maybe possibly go see it, and then I Googled how far it would take, or how far away the nearest like total eclipse would be visible. Mm-hmm. It was going to be like a 6-hour drive. I was like, no, we're not going to do that. So
partial eclipse would do.
Yeah. So we were on Pikes Peak, and we were able to see the partial eclipse from there, and it was so cool. So we get up to the top of the mountain, and this park ranger comes like walking right towards us as soon as we finally find a parking spot, and she asked if we had anything to see it with, and we didn't because neither of us realized what was going on. And I was like, I didn't buy anything because I didn't think we'd be coming up to Pikes Peak today, and I didn't think I'd be able to see it. So she handed us 2 paper plates, she poked a hole in one, and she showed us how to use it. So we're walking around and looking, and as it gets closer, this old guy, he had already seen like the furthest it was going to get, and so he asks us if we had seen it. We said we just saw it with the paper plate. He was like, do you want to see it with this? And I was like, yes. So he let me borrow his glasses, and I got to see it. It was the coolest thing.
Who bought, so someone at the protest, can't remember who it was, bought a whole like box of solar eclipse glasses. So everyone was outside just like, it was a thing, like everybody just stopped, and it was the weirdest experience. So one, even with the eye protection, it is a strain on your retinas. Like it was a weird, so I came back into my apartment for lunch, and I was in like, and I could feel my retinas like pulsing because it was like, it was so dark in here. So it was like trying to compensate from looking from, hey, it's a freaking eclipse versus like pitch black in the apartment. So it was weird. Like I came in, I was like, oh, my eyes. It was not.
Maybe your glasses weren't very good, because my eyes did not hurt after.
My eyes hurt for a little bit. It wasn't like long, but it was like, ow, this kind of sucks. And I think it was just going from being outside where it was like weird, the lighting was weirder, stranger than usual, and then coming into a dark apartment was kind of a strain. Although it was really weird because it was cooler like where we were. Like at the store, like I went outside and I was like, it says it's 90 degrees, but it felt like more like 80 because it was just like, it was the strangest thing. Because everything's kind of shadowed anyway, and it was generally cooler on the ground. Like, okay, and then I went outside later. I'm like, oh, yep, there's the heat. Okay, great. Can we get that eclipse back? Because this is not fun. This is kind of miserable.
So the top of Pikes Peak is cold, like most of the year. Yeah. And then on that day, like I didn't know what it normally was like. Yeah. So we got out there, and I was wearing like a thin jacket. I was freezing. It was so cold. And other people are up there like bundled up with like basically snow gear.
They knew what was up. Jacket. They were like, look at this southerner. I have no idea what's going on up here.
No clue.
That's terrible.
Those are fun, like not fun, but that's such an interesting idea that everybody just froze for that moment in time. Where it didn't matter who you were, what you were doing, this is a phenomenon that everybody has to just stop and appreciate for just 1 minute.
It was, the weirdest part was, I mean, the managers were outside looking like nobody was, like 20 people not working, just in like on the under the canopy, just not working at all. But looking at this other glimpse was the strangest thing. I'm like, this is the only time this would ever happen anywhere ever.
Like, wow.
There's gonna be another one soon. I heard that there's another one coming up sooner than the normal cycle that we expect. So you was at what, July 2018? Partial eclipse. Yeah. Oh, okay.
And then there's another partial on February 15th, 2018. Wait, that already passed.
Yeah.
That one was only visible from not our part of it. Well, no. I'm really confused by these pictures. Da, 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 da.
You having a hard time deciphering the
Yes.
eclipse pictures?
Oh, let's look at NASA. What you gotta say, NASA?
Because NASA, the authority on space.
I wish I knew more about space and just like how the planets move than I do, but I just gave up on all science things.
Science stuff is really cool. But also kind of strange and freaky. Like, because I told you I saw the new Deep Space Telescope. That thing was huge. They brought a full-size model to Austin for one of the South bys, and it looked like the size of like 2 school buses. It was huge. It was ridiculous thing. And I went to a panel of like astrophysicists, and talk about being really, really confused. Yeah, I enjoyed it, but I was confused. I was real confused. Because these people talking with the PhDs, and they're talking about, oh yeah, we're going to talk about how this telescope works. Like, yeah, light, cool. Takes a long time to get back, red. That's why everything looks red. Got it. Nothing's actually red, just looks that way because it takes the light so long to get in. Excellent. That's all I got from the whole thing. That's about all I got for you. The rest was a complete and utter blur because I was like, I don't know what you guys are talking about. This is coming from a person who spent a lot of my childhood like reading about space and stuff, and it was like way over. I was like, I don't know what's going on.
Which is why we need science reporters who can understand at least minimally what they're saying.
Yes.
And translate it to what you're saying. Or not even just science reporters, but just science writers who understand the difference between what you and I know and what people who spend all day, every day studying this know.
Yeah. Makes things a lot easier for everybody to understand. But,
NASA was not helpful.
Of course. It's all that underfunding. That's what happens.
It was talking about the one in 2017. August 21st, 2017, to be exact.
Cold ketchup is wrong. It doesn't make any sense. Like, it's like anytime you go to a restaurant, like, ketchup is room temp. That's how it's supposed to be. You crazy people who like it cold, I don't understand. Like, why? No one can explain to me why cold ketchup is good.
Doesn't it say on the packaging that it's supposed to be cold?
I don't care what it says. Also, we go through ketchup fast enough that it would never matter.
Oh, I believe that, but okay.
Do you know how much barbecue sauce I make?
How much barbecue sauce do you make?
Often. Probably too much. Probably too much barbecue sauce.
See, this just blows my mind because I don't even like barbecue sauce. We had chicken last night at Mom and Dad's house, and they put barbecue sauce out on the table, and I just completely brushed right past it and just ate my chicken plain because it was like, pass. Does it not say that it's supposed to be cold on the package?
What it says is shake well before first use and for best results refrigerate after opening.
Best results.
But it's wrong. Best results for crazy people.
What do you mean it's wrong?
And it's their spurious claim from Heinz that it needs to be refrigerated for best results.
See, that does not benefit Heinz in any way, shape, or form to have it refrigerated.
It's still spurious.
What does spurious even mean?
Don't click on it.
I'm Googling it.
I think it just means false, if I remember right.
It sounds like frivolous, so that's what my brain is going with. Not being what it purports to be. False or fake.
Fake claim.
Spurious news.
Yes, exactly. Like, I just, no. And what best is an opinion word anyway. I prefer it to be room temperature.
So it's acceptable for it to be room temperature. So it is fairly subjective, I suppose.
You're damn right it is.
But I bet Heinz would argue that you are the psychopath for not making it cold.
Oh, definitely. But it fits into their whole marketing scheme. It's crap.
I don't understand the whole marketing scheme.
They're in it with the refrigerator companies. There will always be ketchup in fridges.
Big ketchup.
Yep, big ketchup.
in your refrigerator.
Never.
Thank you, Melissa, for your contribution.
I am so like weird about ketchup. Larry Keelan, one time he bought 2 bottles of ketchup. So when I would go over, there'll be one that's room temperature for me, and then one that's in the fridge for Marissa. He doesn't particularly seem to have an opinion on it. But I am that important.
You are very important.
And I would appreciate you attacking my ketchup views, young lady.
I will attack your ketchup views as much as I darn well please.
I see that, you weirdo. People talking about refrigerating ketchup. Baloney.
So you have a good point. See, I will listen to both sides. You have a good point that in restaurants it's always room temperature.
Which is how I had it my entire life, basically. So.
Okay, but when I worked in a restaurant, granted, it was a Mexican restaurant, so we didn't just have ketchup out.
Yeah.
You don't put ketchup on your enchiladas.
Yeah.
If you do, you are a psychopath.
Yeah, we beat up those people.
Yeah. Anyway, if somebody ordered, like, if a little kid got chicken nuggets or something, we would have ketchup in the fridge and take it out of the fridge. Put it in a little container and take it out to them.
Yeah. That's true.
But in, like, I don't know, who puts ketchup on the table?
Pluckers has their ketchup on the table. IHOP will bring it to you. The ketchup
But
and it
comes from the fridge.
It's never cold when I don't know. Maybe I get the ones off that have been sitting on the tables already because I just grab. I'll grab it off the table. Who else?
This place is like Whataburger and
Yeah.
McDonald's and everything. Theirs are sealed,
Yeah,
so it's just like you would get ketchup off the shelf at the grocery store.
yeah, but they're still room temperature.
Yeah.
So all fast food places basically roll room temperature ketchup.
Because they don't want to take up more space in the refrigerator than they need to.
Yeah, because they got those frozen meat patties and every other disgusting thing that we shouldn't eat in there. But it's delicious. I don't care.
Thanks for joining us for Coffee Side Chats. We hope you enjoyed the randomness.
She is Janelle.
He's Malik.
If you have any questions or feedback, you can reach us at coffeesidepodcast@gmail.com.
Thanks for tuning in, and we'll talk again soon. And those freezer doors are not fun to come in and